Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest.
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Colbert. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Everyone got 4 down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he finds Parker here, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing right, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 buzz.
2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check, 43. I got one.
Throwing on first down. Harper. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
43!
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
On 1st down, Colbert looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Operating from the gun, Harper. Over the middle, complete. It's Rhodes. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. 24 is the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
24.
Off the play fake. Harper. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Colbert, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 1.
We're scoreless after 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. And to give this time to the tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Slam. Press on. Grab on. Slam.
They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Off play action. Harper. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Harper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Bullock good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Throwing after the interception. Harper. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. 43 is the...
From the gun, Harper. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Colbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1. The 34-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip. I got it.
Balaj. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
15. Check.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rush in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rhodes. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On first down, Harper. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down.
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Yellow.
On 2nd down now, it's Norman, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Check 52. Watch the safety crease. Attack.
Here's a run with Balaj. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected pass.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run here with Balazs. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, it's Balazs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking to throw on second down. Harper, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Stop your whining.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 13. Check.
To throw on second down. Harper going deep here for Parker. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Harper. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get in the football.
Looking to throw. Harper. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go. Check your hot read. Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, go, 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 go.
Check 3. Safe.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Balaj. But I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
I got it. 38 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
24's over. Yeah. We don't want none. High 7, high 7. 24's the mic.
2nd and 9 now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Harper eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check three, check three, check three. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Get that quarterback.
On fourth down, Harper. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 29. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Hey, 15.
They'll run on first down. Norman, and he's got room. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Mike's 50.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
On 3rd down, Colbert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Orbit. 24 is the mic.
Back to throw. Harper firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The rookie was trying.
Safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, it's Norman. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check, 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 check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Undercrook.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Harper. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. On 4th down, Harper. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Jonathan Abram. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.